Hello keyboard players. This tutorial is to help you play your white belt and to give you some tips about things you maybe have forgotten. So your white belt song is called Hot Cross Buns, so you're going to have to be able to play that perfectly and answer some questions about the notes and rests and things that are going on in the music when you play. So when we look at a staff, there are two things that you want to look for when you see the notes. You want to look for how high or low the notes are. You also want to look at what shape they are, because the shape tells you the rhythm and how high or low they are tells you the pitch. So I'm just going to set up my staff with a treble clef and a time signature, which will always be at the beginning of every piece of music. And then I am going to start off by actually writing myself a little code. And there's posters around the room that I can use if I forget this. But a half note is an empty circle with a stem, and that gets held down for 2 beats. So I just write half note 2. You might want to write hold for 2, hold, something that helps you remember that. A quarter note is colored in, and that gets held for 1 beat only. So I'm going to write a number 1 so I remember that that's 1 beat. And then I'm also going to be using a half rest sometimes, which is a little rectangle, and that is 2 beats of silent. It's really important that you give it those 2 beats. If you don't, it's really not complete. The song is not complete. So as we do this, I somehow have to add up every measure, and that means up before the bar line, to get 4 beats. So I could do like 2 plus 2, I could do 2 half notes, I could do 4 quarter notes, I could do 2 plus 1 plus 1, 1 half note and 2 quarter notes, I could do a half rest and a half note, I could do a half rest and 2 quarter notes. So I have lots of different options when I'm thinking about how 4 could go in there. So we're going to start off with me. On the keyboards, me is going to be drawn on this bottom line. So whenever you see a note on the bottom line, no matter where it is, that's always going to be a me. So I could write other notes, but if over here I have another one on the bottom line, whether it's a quarter note or a half note, doesn't matter, that's going to be a me. But I might put things in between. So for example, maybe I'm going to do a re next. So re always hangs down just under the staff. Okay, I did another half note there, but again, it doesn't have to be a half note. Maybe in the song it's a quarter note. I don't know, you'll have to find out. So I know when I see this, I'm going to play a re. Think about what fingers you should be using on your mi and re. If you have your hands positioned properly, you should just be able to look under your fingers and you'll know right away. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 beats, so there's going to be a bar line there. And then do, when we draw a do, that is sitting under the staff on a ledger line. So I actually have to draw a little line to make do. And there I go. And then I'm going to put a half rest in. So if you notice, this half rest is sitting on that 3rd line up. And that means you have to rest for 2 beats. So there is mi, re, and do for the purposes of our keyboards. So as you play, think about where they are. Are they down here sitting on a line? If they are, they're going to be a do. Are they hanging down? If they are, they're going to be a re. Are they sitting on the bottom line? If they are, then they're going to be a mi. Also think about how long you should hold it out for. Are you going to be holding it out for 2 beats? Are you going to be pressing it down for 1 beat? All right, good luck playing. If you have questions, of course, always ask, or you can watch this as many times as you need to. Have a wonderful day.